It was supposed to be her fresh start, but instead, icy water crashed over her head, drenching her clothes and soaking her bag. The laughter echoed in her ears, sharp and cruel, as she stood frozen in the middle of the schoolyard. Every eye was on her, some mocking, some pitying, and some just silently watching. But none of them knew the girl standing there had a past that would make even the boldest bully think twice. And what she did next? It would make every single one of them remember her name. Isla hadn't wanted to move again. She'd been to 4 different schools in 3 years, each one starting the same way: awkward introductions, whispers in the hallway, and that feeling of being the new girl no one really knew. Her mother, still struggling to find steady work after her father passed away, had reassured her this would be different. "It's a nice town, sweetheart," she'd said that morning, brushing a stray hair from Isla's face. "Just give it a chance." Isla had tried to believe her. She'd worn her neatest uniform, packed her notebooks in a bag she'd bought secondhand, and promised herself she'd keep her head down. All she wanted was a quiet start. The schoolyard at Breaker High was buzzing when she walked in. Kids clustered in groups, tossing basketballs, sharing snacks, or scrolling through their phones. Isla kept her eyes down, weaving through the crowd toward a quiet bench. She was almost there when a shadow fell across her path. "Hey, you're new," a girl with a bright ponytail and too much confidence said, blocking her way. 3 others flanked her like bodyguards. "I'm Kendra. This is our spot." "You're in the wrong place." Isla's heart sank. She'd dealt with girls like this before, sharp smiles that hid sharper claws. "I was just..." But Kendra wasn't listening. Her eyes swept over Isla's clothes, her scuffed shoes, her thrift store bag. "Wow. You're fancy," she said, voice dripping with sarcasm. Her friends giggled. Isla muttered a polite excuse and stepped aside, but Kendra followed. "Hey, we have a tradition for new kids." "Right, guys." The group nodded, grinning. Before Isla could react, one of the boys darted to the sports equipment shed. She saw the green garden hose in his hands, saw the smirk spreading across his face, and her stomach tightened. The next second, a blast of freezing water slammed into her chest. She gasped, stumbling backward as the spray hit her hair, her face, her bag. Kids all around turned to watch, laughter rippling through the yard. Her fingers gripped the strap of her soaked bag, her breath trembling. She could have run. She could have cried. But instead, Isla straightened her back. She locked eyes with Kendra. Something in her gaze made the laughter falter, just for a second. She walked away, water dripping from her clothes, but inside, something had shifted. By lunchtime, Isla's humiliation had spread across the school. She heard the whispers in the hallway. Hosed down on her first day, and the snickers when she passed. But Isla didn't cry. She didn't hide. She went to the library. Mrs. Linton, the librarian, looked up in surprise when Isla appeared, still damp, hair clinging to her cheeks. "Oh, honey, what happened to you?" "Just needed a place to dry off," Isla said quietly, placing her bag on the table. Inside, her notebooks were ruined, ink bleeding into watery smudges. Mrs. Linton gave her a towel and a warm smile. "You're welcome here anytime." That afternoon, something unexpected happened. In her last class, drama, Mr. Peters announced they'd be starting with improvisation exercises. "You'll need to project confidence," he told the group. "Speak like you own the space. Make people believe you." When it was Isla's turn, she stepped forward. At first, her voice trembled. But then she remembered every whisper, every laugh, every blast of cold water. And something inside her cracked open. She didn't just act. She commanded. Her words filled the room, her movements sharp and purposeful. Even Kendra, lounging in the back row, sat up. By the time Isla finished, the class was silent. Then Mr. Peters started clapping. "Now that is presence," he said. The next day, Isla walked into school with her head high. She wasn't looking for revenge, not exactly. But when Kendra and her crew tried to corner her again, Isla smiled, not weakly this time, but with the kind of smile that says, "I know something you don't." And soon, she'd prove she wasn't the one who needed to run.